The oppressive Lagos sun beat down on the corrugated iron roof of the tiny structure Femi Ayodele called home. Sweat beaded on his brow as he wrestled with a stubborn, second-hand plumbing fixture, a deliberate, agonizing exercise in maintaining his disguise. Femi, the undisputed heir of Ayodele Holdings, a man whose net worth could bail out a small West African nation, was currently known only as Deji, a struggling, charmingly broke freelance architect living in a shared compound in Suralia. He had abandoned his air-conditioned Ikoyi penthouse and private security detail 6 months ago, driven by a cynical realization: every woman he met loved his balance sheet, not his soul. His mission was simple: find one woman who saw past the naira notes. He wiped his hand on his oil-stained jeans just as Ode Joke Nofa walked past. Joke ran a bustling, one-woman catering business from her apartment down the hall. She was fire and grace, built on sacrifice and dignity, with an ambition Femi admired more than any stock portfolio. Her laughter was the only currency he truly valued these days. Deji, this your pipe problem has become a national crisis. Oh, Joke teased, leaning against the doorframe, a tray of fragrant jollof rice balanced effortlessly on one hip. Maybe you should try buying new things instead of fixing old ones. He flashed a crooked, practiced grin. A true architect works with what he has, Joke. Besides, new things lack history. They don't tell a story. The irony was a bitter pill he had to swallow daily. He was a man drowning in a history of untold wealth, trying desperately to write a new, honest story. Their relationship was a tapestry woven with shared meals, late-night philosophical debates over lukewarm stout, and mutual encouragement. He helped her design an efficient workflow for her kitchen, and she scolded him for skipping meals. They were falling, slowly and deeply, and Femi was terrified. Terrified that the moment he revealed the truth, this beautiful, earned connection would shatter into 1,000 pieces of doubt and resentment. Femi's deliberate poverty attracted more than just Joke's attention. Her cousin, Bisi, a sharp-eyed Lagos social climber, had recently moved in, determined to find a rich mogul to settle down with. Bisi hated Deji. He was too handsome, too well-spoken, and too comfortable in his penury. He smelled of possibility, yet drove a battered Peugeot 504. It didn't add up. One evening, as Deji was helping Joke load catering supplies into the 504, Bisi watched from the balcony, a viper-like suspicion curling in her gut. She'd seen the way Deji carried himself, not with the defeated slump of the genuinely poor, but with the quiet authority of a king in disguise. She had watched him accept a paltry payment for an architectural sketch that was, frankly, brilliant. Bisi resolved to dig. A man this charming and this talented did not simply reside in Suralia struggling with a leaky pipe, he was either hiding from the law or hiding a treasure. Either way, Bisi intended to find the secret and claim a slice of the reward. Later that night, Femi lay on his thin mattress, staring at the ceiling. His phone, a burner kept solely for Deji's persona, buzzed with a message from his real personal assistant: "Sir, the Ayodele merger is complete, $300 million finalized. Congratulations." He deleted the message immediately. All the wealth in the world felt meaningless compared to the soft, genuine warmth he felt in Joke's presence. He had found his true love. Now, he just had to survive the inevitable fallout when his secret, and Bisi's keen, greedy gaze, blew up his beautifully constructed life. Bisi's opportunity arrived swiftly. Femi, still adjusting to the faux poverty life, had grown complacent. While he was out buying paint, Bisi slipped into his room. She wasn't looking for plumbing parts, she was hunting for discrepancies. Behind a loose ceiling tile, her fingers brushed against something hard and cool, Femi's original wallet and a satellite phone, sophisticated and sleek, the kind that whispered secrets. Bisi's heart hammered a rhythm of pure greed as she powered on the phone. The screen flashed a high-resolution photo of a sprawling Eko estate and a string of financial notifications. The name on the digital ID wasn't Deji. It was Femi Ayodele. A quick search confirmed her suspicions. Femi Ayodele, the billionaire scion, the most eligible bachelor in Nigeria. Bisi realized two things: the gold mine was real, and Joke would never chase a man for his money. To profit, Bisi couldn't expose a harmless billionaire, she had to expose a dangerous liar. She found Joke late that evening, exhausted from a catering gig. "Joke, we need to talk about Deji," Bisi began, her voice dripping with forced concern. "I know who he really is, and it's not what you think." Bisi laid out Femi's actual identification, letting the shock settle. Then, she delivered her calculated, poisonous lie. "He is Femi Ayodele, yes. But not the good one. He was disowned 2 years ago. He stole millions from the Ayodele Family Foundation, money meant for school children, and used it to fund reckless investments that failed. He's hiding here under this fake name, running from the authorities and his own family until the scandal blows over. His old car, the cheap room, the struggling architect act, it's a cover. He's a moral vacuum, a thief hiding among honest people." The impact on Joke was physical. It wasn't the wealth that broke her, but the crushing weight of the betrayal of character. She had trusted his hands, his jokes, his dreams. The confrontation happened on the doorstep where they'd shared so many moments. "Tell me the truth, Deji," Joke said, her eyes hollow, holding up the genuine ID Bisi had provided. "Are you Femi Ayodele?" Femi's heart sank. He had planned a dramatic, loving confession, not this cross-examination. He looked at the pain in her eyes, the accusation of theft and immorality, and realized he couldn't win. To deny the Ayodele name was impossible. To explain the true reason for the pretense, that he was looking for someone who didn't care about his wealth, would only validate the lie that he was morally corrupt and trying to manipulate her. The truth sounded worse than Bisi's fiction. "Yes, Joke, I am Femi Ayodele," he admitted, his voice barely a whisper. "But the rest, it's complicated." "Complicated?" Joke laughed, a harsh, dry sound. "A thief hiding from the law is complicated. I loved you because you were struggling but honest. I was proud of your hustle. I can face poverty, Femi, but I will not face shame." Joke didn't want the billionaire. She wanted the architect. Her rejection wasn't about his money, it was about the lie that made him look like a criminal. She turned and walked away, closing her door on him, and on his entire charade. Femi stood there, utterly broken. He hadn't just lost a woman, he had lost the possibility of his future. But as the immense pain settled, a chilling realization solidified the title's promise. Joke didn't reject the poverty, she rejected the perceived moral corruption of the wealthy man. By walking away from the lie, the risk, and the shame, she had conclusively proven that she loved the man she thought was poor and honest. Femi Ayodele achieved his goal. He found true love. He just had to lose her to prove it. He packed his meager belongings, leaving the tiny room forever, now the richest and most devastatingly lonely man in Lagos.